Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lunarcomplex, and this is going to be a video tutorial on a puzzle a viewer asked. And basically what he wanted was a room with 4 buttons in it, and a hexagon in the middle that says some kind of riddle for you to solve this and get through the door. Basically, you're going to hit the buttons on the corner of the room, a certain order, and if you correctly do it, the door will open. Or in his scenario, he had vines, and the vines were removed and the door is open. I'm just going to do the door. You can add the vines if you want. It doesn't matter. I want to make this as versatile as I can, so I'm going to do the most basic thing you can do in order to do this. Now, there's also another catch. If you do not do the correct order of buttons, then you get poisoned. And yeah, so let's get started. So just open up a new file in RPGMVXA, and what I'm going to do is go to map properties and go to, I'm going to make this a dungeon tile set because that makes the most sense to me, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. And kind of build yourself a room. Yeah, look at that room. Okay, and then down here. Alright, and then make sure those are still, yeah. Took a pretty long time to make that. Okay, then it's going to need a floor. Go ahead and do this. Why do I always keep missing that part? It happened last time. I already did this tutorial so many times because my computer keeps freezing. I don't know why. I think it's OBS and Windows 10 not liking each other. Alright, so I don't like that tile. I'm going to do this one. There we go. Awesome. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is get some of this floor, put it there, and then double click here. Not double click. Keep forgetting. Create a quick event. Make it a door. And just, I like this door because it goes up. It's really cool. It's very dungeony. And go ahead and copy this map. Paste it. And I guess you really didn't need to make that door, so get rid of it on the second one. And then go ahead and make it so you can enter this room from the second one. So basically double click on the door. Hit space to edit this, and instead of going nowhere, you're going to make it go here. And then there you go. Now, before you close out of this window, go ahead and make a conditional branch that says if unlocked is true, you're going to do all of this stuff. So click the top of this and the bottom, control, and you're going to hit shift when you click those to control and to select them all. And just paste them in there. So that is basically the success chance right here. So if unlocked is on, you're going to go through there no problem. Else, go ahead, show some text that says, ha ha ha, figure it out. And there you go. That's really all you need to do with the door at this point. Now, what you're going to have to do is create a button. So right click. No, don't right click. I keep forgetting if it's right or not. So just go down here, switch, go to this red one. Go ahead, call it red, and there you go. And now copy that, paste it there, there, and there. Go ahead and change this one yellow. Call it yellow. Go ahead and change this one to green. Name it green. And then last but not least, blue. Alright, there we go. So we got the 4 buttons, and yeah, now we're going to make a global variable. So how I like to do this is making a kind of game loop kind of thing. So when you first start the game, you're going to go to switches. You're going to create a switch called start game. And go ahead and make your red, yellow. Well, I've completely just missed that. Yellow. And I believe green is next. And you don't actually have to make a blue, so don't, just add it, I guess, anyway, just in case of something. No, you don't need the blue. Just don't worry about it. You can add it if you want, but you don't need it. And this is going to be start game. We're going to set start game to true. We're going to have a self switch turned to A. New page, self switch A. And make sure this is parallel, so it runs automatically, and then there you go. So now what that is going to do is run this thing. So I'm going to call this main game loop. Trigger parallel. You want this to run all the time. And it's going to activate by start game. add a conditional branch in here that says if, and you're going to make another new variable, if poisoned's true, you're going to take HP from the entire party or whoever you want, a constant of 5. And now do this with a wait every 300 frames, which is 60 divided by, or 300 divided by 60, which is 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds, if poisoned is activated, you're going to get poisoned. So makes enough sense, right? Now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and go to all these buttons except for blue and have a control switch of red. So turn that on. And if you want to do this a little bit faster, go ahead and double click the door. You're going to copy the door animation right there and paste it in here and edit it so that this doesn't happen. And go ahead and Control A, Control C, and then just paste that in there for now. You don't have to really do it on this one, but we do need that to happen. Alright, so now what we're going to do with the blue button is we're going to have it be pressed. So the animation for it is going to be pressed regardless if it's the first, second, third, or fourth, or whatever if button we've pressed. And now we're going to add a conditional branch here that says if the one before it is pressed, so if green is on, because we hit the green button, we're going to go ahead and have the switch unlocked. Unlocked go to true or turned on. And also we're going to show some text that says you hear a door unlock somewhere. Alright, there we go. Now, if this isn't the case and so it's going to show the animation, and then if green is not on, so if it's, you know, the first button we hit, or if we hit it after yellow or something like that, or after red, then what we're going to do is first we're going to change all of their animations back to turn down. So we're going to go ahead and hit red. Make sure you uncheck wait for completion, because there's something weird with displaying text and waiting for completion. And then copy this, paste it 3 more times, and go ahead and do this for all these colors. And then green. Alright, so there we go. And also down here, you're going to display or show text that says you are poisoned. And while it says that, we are going to have a control switch poison turn on. Alright, so now we're going to select all of this. Control C for copy and paste it into this one. So go ahead and get rid of that. And now what we're going to do is, first off, we're going to get rid of that, because this isn't the final button we need to hit. It's going to get pushed down. Now, instead of checking for itself to turn on, it's checking if the one before it, which is yellow, is on. And now if yellow's on, then go ahead and instead of unlocked being turned on, you're going to turn itself on. So this one's going to be always the one before it, and then this one's going to be always itself. Else, they're all going to reset their positions. You're going to get poisoned, and it's going to say you've been poisoned. And go ahead and get rid of that part at the end there, and then hit OK. And if you want to see Control A, Control C, and then just Control A, and then delete, Control V to paste. And like I said before, make this one red, the one before it, and have this switch down here be yellow. There you go. And now with red here, all you have to do is really nothing. That's kind of it, really, because that's the first one you hit, so it doesn't really matter what you do with it. Now, I believe that is all you have to do. Let's find out and test it. Yes, save. New game. Alright, so we're going to do the, we're going to check, make sure it's locked. Figured it out. Okay, so we're going to hit red. Red is a go. Yellow. Green. Blue. Oh, you hear a door unlock somewhere. Alright, well, let's see. Awesome, cool, it worked. Alright, now escape. We still have our full health. That is good. And let's go ahead and reload this and make sure that for the not correct case, we get injured for it. So let's start by just hitting yellow, see what happens. All right, you are poisoned. That is not good. So we got poisoned right there. And every 5 seconds we'll get poisoned for 5 HP. Oh, you've been poisoned. You've been poisoned. All right. 10 damage already. Okay, so that works, and we're gonna just make sure it works for hitting red first and then like green or something. All right. Green. Oh, you are poisoned. Oh no. Whoops. Red. Blue. You have been poisoned. It resets it. Red. Green. You're poisoned. Red. Yellow. Blue. You're poisoned. Alright, so yeah, we have to correctly do it in the order. You hear a door unlock somewhere. Awesome. So there you go. A few quick checks though. Obviously, we are still getting poisoned if we incorrectly do it. So in the success case of the door, you just go to switches and turn poison to false or off. So as soon as you figure out, you will become unpoisoned. There you go. It's simple as that. And also, I don't think it matters. I was trying to think maybe if you hit red and green and messed it up and then hit red, yellow, green, blue. No, what was I thinking? All right, so I think this should be the correct and most kind of efficient way to do it, because even if you hit all of them individually in the incorrect order, it's still not going to go through and open blue, because since blue requires green, green's going to require yellow, and yellow's going to require red. So, for example, if we go ahead and try and hit green, it tells us, oh, we're poisoned. Yellow, we're poisoned. Red, yellow. Now, if we go to blue, something interesting happens. We can still hit green. Why is that? What's going on? Well, we forgot to do one thing, which is in the false case, while turning them down, we also have to reset red, yellow, and green. So that's variables 3 through 5. So we're going to do a batch of 3 to 5. Oh, operate all switches found between the two specified numbers. Is it between the two inclusively or exclusively? We'll find out, right? So if it's between the two inclusively, only 4 will be hit. So only yellow will be reset. So we'll find out very soon. All right, copy that. And that was the yellow one. All right. All right, so yellow's the only one that's going to be turned off. So what we have to do is hit green. Oh, I'm sorry. We have to red, yellow. And then if we go to blue, it tells us we're poisoned. And we know for a fact yellow is definitely switched off. So green, yeah, okay. So it basically doesn't let us do it. Now we can't hit blue. Yeah, so you're poisoned. You're poisoned. We have to do it in the correct order every single time. You can keep hitting it. It doesn't matter. There it is. Unlocked. Woohoo. Alright guys, so if for some reason it's not turning them off, if you skip one and go back to it, or if you mess up and you don't have to hit that successful one ever again, then that is because of, you know, you decided to, I don't know, it says 3.5. I'm guessing that means 3, 4, and 5. It kind of says in between the two. And if you ask someone that's holding a box, what's in between your hands, you're not going to assume you mean their hands. So I'm just saying, if some logic is wrong here, instead of doing switches a batch way, just do every single one. There's only 3. So you do 3, 4, and 5 all off, and then you do that on all of them except red, because red doesn't matter. All right, and well, actually, does red matter? Actually, I'm sorry. Red does matter, in fact, because if it didn't, then I could just do this. I could do that. I can mess up, and since without that offsetting, I could just skip red and hit yellow. But yes, okay, so that file does actually include red, and everything should be all fine because there's no 4th number to worry about. There's only 3, because as soon as you get to blue, you're done. The only way to get there is green turning on, and it turns off if you mess up. So should be all fine. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope that RPG Maker MV hurries up, and I think I can launch it now, but it says it's queued. What does that mean? Oh, it's still downloading. Okay, well, did I re-enable it? Okay, I did. Good, awesome. All right, guys, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.